Hello, welcome back to another episode of Brian's Goodbyes. I am Goodbye Brian, and today we are going to be taking a look at the surprise hit of 2022, and that is Vampire Survivors. So, what is Vampire Survivors? It is a retro themed action roguelike bullet hell. It's developed and published by Ponkel. It was released into early access in December of last year and has an overwhelmingly positive review score with 83,000 reviews, mostly due to the fact that it has a price tag of only $2.99. Now, if you're not certain you do want to spend the $2.99 on this game, unfortunately its historical low is it was free on itch.io quite a while back, well before its Steam release. It has gone on sale on Steam before, saving a whopping 30 cents, bringing the historical low to $2.69. At its core, Vampire Survivors is a roguelike bullet hell. You have many characters that you will unlock as you play through the game. Antonio is all that you have available initially, and the only stage that you can go to is the Mad Forest. So, as far as the controls of the game, it is pretty basic. Your attacks should trigger automatically. Antonio starts off with his whip attack that will just project directly out in front of him. Standard controls, you can move using either the directional buttons on your keyboard, W, A, S, and D. The game does have controller support. However, I find that the controller doesn't really interact with the menus very well, so I find it just easier to play with mouse and key. Yes, I am selecting garlic just to stress out my friends who always tell me how bad it is. So, you run around, you kill enemies, you collect these experience orbs, and your experience bar at the top of the screen gradually fills up as you get stronger and stronger. Different enemy types will spawn. There's a pretty decent variety of enemies on any given map. You can see this bat here is being particularly annoying. They have a little shield, but killing them will award me with more XP, so do want to try to focus them. See that red orb? Worth significantly more. So, certain power-ups have synergies with one another. As you can see, this heart that gives me more health regen will eventually evolve the garlic that I got earlier to make it more powerful. So you are trying to find power-ups and weapons that synergize with one another. Got my axes, but gameplay is very, very simple. Ultimately, your goal is to either get achievements, which will give you access to new weapons and power-ups, and also to collect coins. Now, because I am in the very first stage here using the basic starter character, notice I haven't actually seen any coins. They track those for you in the top right. Most of those are going to come from chests, which drop from more powerful enemies. We haven't actually seen any of the more powerful enemies other than that shielded bat, but unfortunately they just dropped experience for us and no chest. Oh, there's a coin down there. There is a turkey, which will restore our health, but we are doing fine on health right now. So, Candelabra will evolve our axe eventually. But this is basically Vampire Survivors. So eventually in Vampire Survivors, you will die. You will take those coins that you have collected, go to your power-up screen, or initially you do need the coins to unlock the different characters that you've met the criteria for. But you'll be able to buy things like free revives, rerolls on your power-ups, more coins, more experience, more movement speed, more projectiles, or just even basic things like damage, health. So, what is the final verdict? Well, I don't think it's very difficult to justify spending $3 on most games, especially not one that has the replay value that Vampire Survivors does. I really think that at the price point you're getting fantastic value for a game that you're probably going to spend, I would say, at least a dozen hours playing if you enjoy the core gameplay loop. So, 10 to 12 hours, $3. I don't think that you're going to find a whole lot of new releases with that kind of value proposition. So, if this looks like something that you would enjoy, then I would say go ahead and go for it. So, with that, this has been Vampire Survivors. This has been Brian's Goodbyes. I'm Brian, and goodbye.